Hello, this is Smoke and Joe Gamer with another episode of Holiday Buying Guide 2025. There were a lot of games that came out in 2025. I played a whole bunch of them, and I'm just trying to do some videos so you can decide if you want to buy them or not. At this point, the holidays are over, but there's still a few sales going on. Maybe you got some gift cards, some cash, whatever. So, I wanted to cover Mario Kart World. This was a huge release. I got the Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundle when it came out, so I definitely wanted to try this out. It got some good reviews. I like it. I think it's a great racing game. I think it's a great launch title. Really shows off what the console can do. So I'm gonna do a Grand Prix Cup, a Knockout Tour, and then I'll do some free roam and just talk about the game, tell you what I like, what I don't like. I did do a video on it when it first came out, but I don't think I got any views, so it's fine. And I love the game, so I'll just play it some more. Okay, so again, this is a Switch 2 exclusive. There's going to be some spoilers in the video, but just so you can see, you have a lot of characters, a lot of costumes to unlock. But, you know, why would you play as them when you can play as the Penguin? Like, why, you know, you can play as Penguin, you can play as a cow. And then here's your details. I've also got, like, all of the vehicles, so yeah, this is going to have major spoilers if you haven't played it yet. Just a heads up here. But let's just go ahead and do this. And you can see I already unlocked mirror mode, which is extremely difficult. Yeah, hold on. Let me see which cup I can do here. Let me do this one and see if I can get a better score here. So if you get the Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle, which is not going to be available forever, but if you manage to still find one of those, it's $500. It's $450 for the console, extra $50 for the game. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The game sells for $80. If you buy the physical copy, it is a full cartridge with the game on the cart. It's not a game key card. The digital copy is about 20 or 25 gigabytes, which isn't bad. So, obviously, the first question you're asking is, well, gee, is it worth $80? I think it is. And when you consider that, like, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds was, like, 70 and immediately starts hitting you up for, you know, DLC and stuff. So, $80 gets you all the drivers, all the costumes, all the vehicles, all the courses, all the cups, and they can still add more stuff down the line if they wanted to. I don't know that they're going to do any free content updates, but to me, like, this is just a fun game. I think it's the best Mario Kart game, or at least it has the most to offer, so yeah. And also, like, Forza Horizon 5 was $70 when it came out, and then you had to pay another $50 or $60 for the, you know, the season pass or whatever. And there's all these extra, like, vehicles, and they nickel and dime you on the DLC, where this game doesn't do that. Everything is in the game already. And if they did release, like, a paid DLC, I would buy it. Why not? I haven't played much multiplayer, only with friends, but it's fine. There's also a battle mode that, again, I haven't done much with, but this is just a great family-friendly game. You know, younger kids will probably have to play it on, you know, 50cc. I would say, you know, 50cc is a little too easy for adults or people who are good at video games. 100cc is usually pretty nice to you. It's not too hard. But 150cc is where the game kind of starts to screw you over. So it's not unusual to get bombarded with red shells and other things right before the finish line. And then mirror mode is 150cc, but everything's backwards. So there you go. Now, it's also important to remember, like, when Mario Kart 8 first came out on the Wii U, it was, you know, $50 or $60. And then they released paid DLC down the line, but you only got, like, 8 cups, like 32 courses. and then you had to buy the DLC. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch, you know, that was an enhanced port, added a couple of new things, and then they added even more paid DLC down the line, although you got it for free. So I'm just saying, the $80 price tag, when you look at what you're getting, you know, I think you are getting your money's worth. And, I mean, the game will go on sale eventually, you know? So it hasn't gone on sale yet. And it sold a lot of copies. But not only is it like the best launch title, I think, but also it's like one of the best launch titles for any console. Like, I've just had so much fun playing this game. So just like all of the other Mario Kart games, you have your Grand Prix cups. That's pretty standard. But now you also have your knockout tours, and while there is some overlap with the courses, it's still, you know, this game just has a lot more content to start with than all the other ones did. And then the free roam mode is new to the series, although it's been a staple of the genre, like you've had Forza Horizon and Need for Speed and games like that. So I would say when you start comparing it to those games, yeah, the free roam mode is going to seem a little lacking compared to those. But it's still, you know, worth playing, of course. So I would say the game gives you plenty of stuff to do. Now, whether or not it's worth doing, that's subjective. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I still haven't done, and I'm not sure that I ever will. But for me, I had so much fun just doing Grand Prix and Knockout, also playing races with friends. I have 2 nieces that I play games with sometimes, and they just got this for Christmas, so we've played this together already. They seem to love it. So again, just a nice family-friendly game you can get for your kid, but it is still challenging for adults, let me tell you. Now, the thing is, when you collect coins, at certain milestones, you unlock new vehicles with coins, right? So the only thing is that once you have all of the vehicles, there isn't much reason to keep collecting coins, right? I mean, in a race, you still want to collect them. Oh, look at that. See, I get so busy talking, and I didn't realize I had a red shell, and I used it just in time. So that's good. But as you can see, there's more racers, too, which means also more chaos. There's definitely seems to be more lightning bolts and blue shells and stuff. But it's not bad. There's a couple of new power-ups that you might notice. So, yeah. There's plenty of vehicles. You can't really customize. Like, Mario Kart 8 had better vehicle customization because you could pick different parts, like different vehicles, tires, gliders. But that's okay. You know, there's still plenty of vehicles to unlock. And, you know, all you do is just keep collecting coins to get them all. And then these food bags here, you collect these fast food bags. I mean, Yoshi's got a restaurant. I mean, I think it's a little weird, but yeah, you get the food bags, you eat those to get new costumes. Unfortunately, that one minor gripe I have is that, like, the penguin and the cow and some of the other, like, animal and monster characters, they don't get alternate costumes, and that's very disappointing. Also, Ninja is not in the game. I mean, how do you not have Ninja? But what are you gonna do? But just look at these graphics. I mean, and it's good performance. I don't think it's running in native 4K. It might be upscaled, but it's 60 FPS, no drops. Like, none, no drops at all. And so I think these are great graphics that really show what the console is capable of. So to unlock additional characters, some of them are unlocked when you do specific Grand Prix or knockout races. I think you have to get first place. Like, that's how you get DK, for instance. If you just do the first Grand Prix Cup, you get DK. But then There's other characters where the only way to unlock them is if someone behind you gets that Kamek. Okay, so I'm glad it just triggered while I was explaining it, because now you can just see what I'm talking about. Okay. So, when someone behind you gets the Kamek power-up, then Kamek the Wizard comes by and transforms everyone into an animal or monster, and that's how you unlock that character. So the problem is, if you're the one who uses it, it doesn't count. You see? So there is some RNG, but like if there's a stage like Boo's Boardwalk, I think it's called, where you see a bunch of like bats, then there's a good chance you'll unlock the bat if somebody gets a Kamek. So oh no, come on, you stupid dinosaur. So yeah, no, there's definitely times on 150cc and mirror mode where the game really just sabotages you. But I mean, that's par for the course. So yeah, the game has a lot more content than all of the other Mario Kart games, which justifies the higher price tag, I guess. And remember that Mario Kart 8 was very skimpy on content when it first came out, and it's gotten, years of updates. Some people are upset that there's no 200cc. I'm not upset about it, but I mean, and it's something that could be patched in. So, I mean, the game's been on the market 6 months. You'd think that they would have announced some kind of DLC by now, but who knows? We'll see. So just to reiterate, coins get you new vehicles, winning races and getting transformed by Kamek gets you new drivers, food bags get you new costumes. Some characters don't have alternate costumes. Some characters have like 2 alternate costumes, some have like 8. So that's another thing, like you'd think they would have balanced it a little more, Why does one character get like 8 and then like DK only gets like 1 or 2 alternate costumes, So I was thinking it would be really cool if they did a DK Bonanza themed DLC add-on and, give you like another, like let you explore like another continent and then let you play as like Cranky, Diddy, Dixie, I thought that would be neat, but what do I know? I also thought it would be cool if they did like a DLC that adds all the Koopalings. So right now you only have Bowser Jr. or Baby Bowser, whatever his name is. So unfortunately, yeah, my favorite character in Mario Kart 8 was Ludwig von Koopa. But he's not in this one, and that makes me sad. So there's a lot they can do, with DLC nowadays. And you might say, well, wait a minute, it's $80. I would hope it would be free. Well, yeah, I mean, it's nice to hope for things. I'd like to think that they would have some kind of content, free content update because of how expensive the game is. But, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. But, like, I just think about all the games that got Season Pass content and some of it wasn't great. And to me, this would have been the perfect candidate for a Season Pass. Like, every few months you get some new tracks or drivers or cars. So I don't know. Nintendo just has a really spotty track record with Season Pass and that kind of content. Some games get it, some games don't. Some games get cool stuff, some games don't. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3... got it. Splatoon 3 got it. Splatoon 2 got some DLC. And then, Donkey Kong Bonanza gets a new mode. And then, Pokemon Legends EA got the big DLC pack. So, I don't know. It's ironic, is what I'm saying. Like, you'd think that this would be the game that would be perfect for, a season pass that adds extra tracks and whatnot. So, you can tell I've been playing it a lot. So there you go. I got 3 gold stars, 60 points. Okay. So now I'm going to jump into Knockout Tour because that's a new feature of this game. And I mean, just look at all these characters. But see, there's still some costumes and things that I didn't get. Now, the thing is, I've gone online to look up all of the characters, and it looks like I have them all, but then what is this symbol? You know what I mean? So who knows? You can play as Pokey. You can play as a Goomba. You can play as Nabbit, Piranha Plant. They're all here. You can play as Old Pauline from Mario Odyssey. You can play as Mad Max Wario. You can play as Vampire Waluigi. You can be a pirate. So you just have these awesome costumes. And I just love the music in this game. While you're playing, you'll hear a lot of remixed tracks from all across the Mario series, even some Donkey Kong stuff in there. It's great. I just can't even tell you how much I like this game. It's like one of the best games I ever played. So I'm going to be Biker Bowser. And let's see here. Yeah, but obviously you still have like light, medium, and heavy characters. Like, you know, they still have their own base stats to be aware of. I'm going to use the Dread Sled. Why not? I think that matches the outfit pretty well. So you can see there's some overlap. You are getting some of the same courses, but this is really like the best feature of the game. So let's see. And this takes you through areas all around like the main world and stuff. But you can see parts of different courses are already in the world and they're worked into here as well. I only got a silver on this one, so let's give this another shot. So again, after this, I'm going to go into free roam so we can check that out together, and I'll tell you what I think of that. And now, unfortunately, there's no reward for doing mirror mode. By the time you unlock it, you've already got all the vehicles, characters, costumes, you know. And as far as I can tell, there's no incentive to actually do it. I mean, I guess if you just really want to challenge yourself, of course. Well, another good thing about Switch 2, though, is it's getting me back in the habit of just playing games because they're fun. Like, I'm not really worried about achievements and trophies like I used to be. It's not like I'm replaying the same game, you know, 3-4 times to try to get all the stupid trophies, so. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so with Knockout Tour, at certain intervals, you have to be above a certain position or you get knocked out. And you can see behind you, I'm using the Switch 2 Pro controller, so I have it mapped so that one of the back buttons looks behind me, so I don't have to take my finger off the gas. Of course, you can do tricks in the air. Look, we're in Wario Stadium now. Yeah. So what's happened to me several times is that I've had the horn and somebody uses the Boo power-up to steal it from me, and then I get hit by a blue shell. That happens constantly. You lose the horn just before the blue shell hits. And it's like, I'm supposed to believe that that's a coincidence? Yeah, right. So, like every other Mario Kart game and a lot of racing games for that matter, it often seems like all of the computer players are on the same team and their goal is just to hinder the human. Like, yeah. So, if you already have all of the costumes, then sometimes eating food will just switch to whatever costume you would have unlocked if you didn't already have it. And you can grind on rails now, although I missed. Yeah, so it's kind of a new thing. I don't know. And now if you hold the drift button without actually drifting and you go straight, then you can jump and get a little boost off of that too. So a couple new tricks. But it's like, I love the graphics, the art style, the music. It's a fun game. It can be challenging on the higher difficulties. I like the way the clouds look. I like the particle effects. Like, this is NVIDIA hardware at work here, you know? This is DLSS. I don't know if the game actually has ray tracing. I don't know if it actually uses DLSS, but, you know, I like the fact that it's NVIDIA-based hardware because PlayStation and Xbox have been using AMD for so long, and I'll tell you, on PS5 and Series X, like, I still see a lot of texture pop in different games, and that's been there for 5 years. It just is what it is. But when I get to the final section, you might see one of the things I don't like about knockout mode. We're going to see what happens here. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes the game screws you. When you get to the last section, it's down to just 4 people. And at that point, your chances of getting first, like, just plummet. So, yeah, that's what can be really annoying about Knockout Tour. You can get to the end, like, you could be leading the race, doing fine, and then you can absolutely get screwed right at the end. And then it's just too bad, try again. So we're just going to see what happens. I need to get 8th or better, and I'm in 3rd, but then look how far ahead they are. And the game's giving me, like, power-ups that, like, now is when I would need, like, boosts and things to catch up. But what I've been saying about this game since it came out is it's interesting to see all of the courses. Like, so there's new and familiar courses and familiar parts of the world. And it's like, it's interesting to see those things in context, right? How they fit into the world of Mario Kart. I finally catch up to her, and she's got a goddamn banana. Sorry. And that's what I mean. It's like, they don't want me to catch up to her. They're trying to protect her. I love Toadette, but it's like, she's kicking my ass. She's so adorable, but... Yeah. So the thing with the food bags is you still get a boost even if you've, you know, already got all the costumes. So it's a dual purpose. Yeah, look how far ahead he is. It's like, this is nonsense. Yeah, you have to get 4th or better at this point to stay in the race, but then in the next section it's just going to be, you know, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. But like, this is what I mean, like, I have no chance of catching up to him. I'm just going to use it because I need boosts. And I get shells. Oh, okay, see, I was wondering if that was going to happen. Okay. So we all saw the blue shell go there, and I'm still pretty far behind him, though. Just gotta get really good at drifting, you know? That's all. And this is 150cc. So... unfortunately, this can happen in any racing game. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, and this is the other thing that happens on the final stretch, people who have been behind you the entire race suddenly get faster. And then you make one mistake and they're fourth place. See? I told you. That's Knockout Tour. It's very, very difficult to get a gold trophy. Especially on 150cc. So there you go. So in the final stretch, they suddenly went flying past me, and then I made a mistake and went in the snow and fourth place. So all that time I just spent, like the past 10 minutes, just complete waste of time. Oh well. So I think that Mario Kart 8 had a better progression system in that sense, right? It's just, I was just constantly getting new vehicle parts. Even if I did poorly, I would still get rewarded for like the coins that I picked up. So there you go. That's Knockout Tour for you. You can absolutely get screwed in the final stretch, and there's nothing you can do about it except try again and hope for better luck next time. Then you get time trials if you want to practice, versus races, and battle mode. I don't play online. I don't want to play online. Okay, so I'm going to go into free roam mode now. So this is cool. Like, I press start and it just throws me right in here. But if I bring up my map here, now you can see. So this tells you if there's any costumes you didn't get yet. So now you're probably wondering, well, what exactly do you do in free roam mode? Well, you have these P-switch trials. There's hundreds of them. So one gripe I have is that the map only shows the ones I already found, right? So you've got your question mark panels, you've got your P-block challenges or P-switch, and then you've got your Peach medallions. So you have to get, I think you need to get 10 of each and complete every Grand Prix Cup. Just complete. You don't have to win. But if you complete every Grand Prix Cup, possibly on 150cc, and then you get 10 of each of these things here, then that's how you can unlock mirror mode. So at that point, you still have to go to Peach's castle and drive into a window, but the game, you know, shows you a cutscene that, you know, shows you how to do it. So, yeah. And there's what I mean. DK only gets one extra costume. You know, Rosalina gets 4 extra costumes, and then, of course, you know, Peach gets a whole bunch, Mario, Luigi. I guess that's to be expected, you know. And Pauline only gets 1. So that's one thing I thought was a little weird. I mentioned that before, you know. And then there's characters that, like, you know, I normally wouldn't pick because I don't like them. But in this game, it's like, okay, but I still want to get the costumes. So this is the whole map. Let me see. Just looking again for people that I didn't get all the costumes for yet. It looks like we have a winner. I think it's, oh, Koopa Troopa. I'm going to play as him. So there we go. So yeah, you can go to the map and pick a person, and that's one way to do it. When you go to the map, when you pick one of these characters, it'll just start you right where they are on the map. But then anytime I want, I can hit change character, and it's fine. So... yeah, and you just have so many different vehicles to choose from. Sure, why not? And just, you know, these gorgeous environments. So in free roam, it's just what it says. You can go wherever you want. So look, here's a challenge I didn't do yet, so I can show you how these work. Great. Yeah, and some of these challenges are actually just courses from Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, which is kind of neat. And it even plays like a remix track of the music. So I love the music in this game, you know, like even though I've, you know, rolled credits and pretty much done almost everything, I'll still jump into free roam every once in a while and just drive around and relax, have a good time, listen to music. So, but it would be really nice if they did like a Forza Horizon style DLC and just give you like a new continent or region or island to explore. That would be cool. But the way these challenges work, as you can see, is you have certain amount of time, you have certain checkpoints. Yeah, see, I recognize it. This is Mario 3 music, isn't it? And you'll recognize, you know, stuff from Mario Kart. Other Mario Kart games, but also Super Mario World, Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, you'll recognize a lot of these songs if you love Nintendo games like I do. Be nice if they gave me some mushrooms. So these challenges are just varied. There's a lot of different ones, but like some of them I get in one try with plenty of time to spare. Other ones, it's like takes me several tries, and even then I'm still like barely getting it, you know? Some of these trials I've gotten with literally like 0.1 second or 0.02 seconds left on the clock. So you might be thinking, okay, gee, like, what's your reward? Well, here's the thing. Let me quit out real quick. Now, what's cool too, though, is when you quit out, they'll just keep driving, you know, and then you can jump back in. But this is where we're going to talk about stickers. So there's various milestones, you know, raced 150 times, 2,800 kilometers. So there are like thousands. I think there's at least 1,000 of these stickers, but that's your only reward. This is really what I wanted to bring up here. You know, you got a Peach medallion, you got a Peach medallion, you got a question mark panel, you cleared a mission, you cleared a mission, you cleared a mission. Like, this is your only reward for doing any of those things, right? So as I said before, the game gives you plenty of stuff to do. But is it worth doing? I mean, it's subjective, but for me personally, it's like, you know what? I mean, I get a sticker that I can put on my car. It's like big deal. Like there's kind of a missed opportunity here because you can only equip one sticker and it puts it in a random spot on your car, or it's supposed to anyways. So, gee, wouldn't it be great if, like in other racing games, you could fully customize how your vehicle looks? Wouldn't it be great if you could put multiple stickers, like you can put decals? You know, it would be nice if there was more vehicle customization, but there's a real missed opportunity here with the stickers. You just equip one and it just kind of goes next to your name, like when you're playing online. It's like, why can't I put like 10 of these stickers where I want on my vehicle and maybe play around with the size and rotate them and stuff, like, you know? So let me just jump back into free roam here, and now you have context for what I was telling you before. I got 42 of these panels, so there's 5 of them in each region, but it's like, okay, but what do they do? I get stickers. Whoop-de-doo. These trials, a lot of these can be fun. Some of them are incredibly frustrating. Like, so yeah, some of them I got with plenty of time to spare, but other ones, it's like, no, I just barely, like, I had 7 seconds left on that one. But there's other ones like 0.53. It's like, Some of them, after like 5-10 tries, I finally just barely squeaked by. It would be nice if the map would show me the ones I didn't do yet. How am I supposed to find them? If you find one and you try to do it and can't get it, then it just shows as faded. But some of them I just can't do. So let me jump over here and see if I can complete this. And same thing, the Peach medallions, all you get are stickers. Those are just in random spots, so... And this is what it is. Like, the difficulty varies wildly on these challenges. But the reward is always the same. You know? Okay, so you know what? I got it. I had some fun doing it. But, like, I don't want to do 200 more of them. I think there's like 400 of those trials. It's like... I don't know, man. So I really thought that like Forza Horizon and Need for Speed had just more meaningful things to do. So look here, now here's another one of these panels, and it's like, okay, great. What does that do for me? Nothing. So again, it is a fun game. It is relaxing to play. I can pop it in every once in a while, jump into free roam, do a couple more trials. It's something to do. But there definitely are some missed opportunities here in the free roam mode. Now, in some cases, yeah, in that case, I had a star before I went in, so that helped. But it's like, without that, I don't know that I would have gotten it in time. And I was already up here. I already grabbed that. Oh, yeah, and there's a Peach medallion. Oh, yeah, and you can rewind, too, by the way. But I have no idea how to get to that. No clue. Yeah, now, I don't know if I have enough speed to get across to here. Okay. But then, yeah, I didn't make it, though, see? You can get some kind of glitchy outcomes when you keep using rewind. Obviously, you can't use that in an actual race. And obviously, like, your replay value or the amount of time you put into this, that's going to vary, you know, depending on how much you play online. Okay, hang on. So I'm trying to get this Peach medallion, and it's like, why do I even want this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm even trying to get this right now. It does nothing for me. Yeah, so at this point, it's like, if you're going to make it that hard to get and you're not going to reward me for it, then why am I going to do it? Now, I think I've put maybe 30 or 40 hours into the game as well, so I mean... And as you saw, I didn't do all, like, the mirror mode. I was kind of saving mirror mode because I didn't want to get totally burned out on the game. I intentionally left some things undone, so I'd have a reason to come back to it. But, yeah, and then I got that one already, so that's good. But this is what I mean, though. In free roam, like, I already have all the vehicles, so why am I going to pick up coins? I'm not. My only reward for picking up more coins is, oh, you get more stickers that you're never going to use. And that no one's ever going to see, and why bother? And it could just be that, you know what, I did everything that I wanted to do, and maybe I just kind of got bored with it, so I don't mean to sound negative, because I do love the game, and maybe it's just that I, you know, got what I wanted out of it, and I need to just move on with my life. But I really wish that they would do regular content updates, and I can't understand why they wouldn't, you know. So it can also get frustrating when you're missing one costume on a character, and no matter how much food you eat, you just can't unlock the one you didn't get yet. But I guess, like, there's certain food that you can only get from certain vendors, but it's like, how am I supposed to know that? And how am I supposed to keep track of that? So that's something where I'm probably just going to have to look it up online one of these days. Like, hey, how do I get this costume for this character, you know? It's kind of a luck-based system. But gee, isn't it great that it's not like gotcha mechanics or slot machines? Isn't it great that it's not, oh, like $1, $2, $8 per costume? Like, that's what I meant with the price tag, you know? Fine, it's frustrating trying to get the one costume you don't have, but at least you don't have to fucking pay for it. At least it's not like, oh yeah, give us another $10 for these skin packs. So, I give them credit for that at least. But like, I don't even like Koopa Troopa that much. I'm only playing as him to get the other costume. And they won't give it to me. Man. Even when you get a weird exotic meal. Yeah, let me show you this. So, when you see a truck like that, you drive in and you take over. And you... like, this is fun. I just wish it had a point other than just bumping into things, right? Like, it's fun to crash into these other vehicles, but it doesn't serve any purpose. But I think this is a great game for kids because they're not going to care about that shit, you know? Like, this is the perfect game to buy for your kids, and they'll just play it, and then you don't even have to babysit them. You can go do, you can go watch TV or mow the lawn while, you don't have to worry about it. Like, they'll just be glued to the screen the whole time. So, what does it want me to... Yeah. And the other thing is, like, yeah, the rewind feature is great, but if you have to use it during a trial, then you're pretty much guaranteed to fail. They designed the trials so that, you pretty much can't rewind. While still, expecting to get it. And I really have a hard time with the trials that want me to do, like, wall rides and wall jumps and stuff. Okay. So you got to do a jump, and then you got to hit the button, and you bounce off the cactus. So, sure. But see, I like to think, like, it's really cool to see, like, all these commuters going to their jobs at the fast food restaurants, You got a job at Yoshi's. You got a job at Rent-A-Car, Just all these commuters. Then there's a day-night cycle, and, this is the world of Mario Kart. Now we have context for all these courses. Now we have some idea of where all the commuters on Toad's Turnpike were trying to go, They were just going to work or driving home to see their kids, Yeah, and sometimes I end up driving in circles without realizing it, but... They're not giving it to me. Oh yeah, and then when you pause it, tells you what game it's from. Yeah, so there's just an amazing soundtrack, really. I just can't even stress that enough, just how awesome the music is. All right, so yeah, let me go here. I don't want to do the mission, I just want to go here, So, I mean, there is fast travel, but it's convoluted. Yeah, okay, so you don't actually have to do the trial. So what I wanted to show you, there's a couple things I want to show you here before I end the video. This has been a very long video, but there was a lot to discuss, and I just love the game, and I could just play this all day. So there's a couple spots where there's a bunch of vendors or food trucks or whatever all in a big circle, and you can just kind of drive in circles to get everything. But yeah, they're all over the place to get these food bags. But there's a spot where you can just literally keep going in circles and just keep collecting them. And actually, there's a few spots like that. But yeah, no, I like having this huge world to explore and all this cool stuff to look at. I just wish that there was I don't know, more meaningful stuff to do. That's all. Yeah, there's a spot where you can just keep driving in circles, but apparently that's not where I am. So easy to get lost in this world. It really is. Yeah. So then you got your mini map telling you where to go. So I just cannot seem to find this other costume. There's also, like, sometimes you'll see a UFO and you can go up inside it and fly it around, but again, there's no reason to do it. Like, it's not going to get you anywhere that you... Like, if there were extra areas you could only get to through flight or whatever, that might be cool, but... Alright, so... Let me see here. I did record the video of unlocking mirror mode, but I'm just going to show you. It's right up there. So... Yeah, see, look, you can just go on the rooftop. Why not? Right. So... I definitely wanted to show you this. So... Yeah, once you unlock mirror mode... Oh, actually, I think one of the requirements to unlock mirror mode is to drive in there the first time. But now here's the thing. Oh, this is what I was talking about before. Here it is. So look, you can just do this. If you want to get costumes quickly, you're not guaranteed to get all of them because, like, you know, certain foods only get you certain costumes, depending on which character you're playing. Yeah, they're just, like I said, they're just not giving it to me, or I'm just not getting the right bags. But then, then you can do this, though. Then you switch to somebody that you don't have all the costumes for. Like, I think one of the baby characters. But then it's like, why don't you have, like, alternate colors for Cow and Penguin and, you know? Yeah, just, there's definitely some missed opportunities here, that's all. So I don't know if I got all of Baby Peach's costumes. I'm guessing I'm missing one. So, again, I normally don't even play her. I don't even like the baby characters at all. But I just want to get these costumes. So if you're a completionist, oh yeah, you're going to get like 50, 60 hours minimum, like driving around trying to find all the different things and get all the costumes. So yeah, so that's an easy way to get costumes, but you're not going to get them all. So the thing is, every time you want to do mirror mode in free roam, you've got to go up there and drive into the window. But there's no reason. Everything's just backwards, right? You don't get extra challenges. It's not like, oh, do the challenges again, but now they're mirrored. Although that would be boring, right? But this is what I mean. There's mirror mode for free roam. It's neat that it's in there, but there's no reason to actually do it. It doesn't unlock anything new. You know, it's the same challenges and everything. They still don't tell you where things are. You can totally just drive in the water, too, by the way. So, there you go. And then sometimes you'll see Nabbit running around. And if you catch him, you get some extra coins. It's like, but I don't need the coins. Sometimes there'll be a Charge and Chuck in front of you, and you gotta hit him with green shells. It's like, well, that's interesting, but I don't know why I would do that. I just think the game could benefit from more meaningful rewards. What? Are you kidding me? Hit the ramps and reach the goal. I have to hit all the ramps. Okay. Now you tell me. Did not know that. Yeah, this is what I mean, though. The difficulty can vary wildly, and all you get is a sticker. And my controller battery is low, so I better end this soon. Oh, so you can't touch the water. You know, but here's the thing. I just failed 3 or 4 times. It's like, you know what? It's not worth it to me. It's too hard. And all I get is a lousy sticker. Why would I want to do that? Yeah, so that's it. I'm still missing some costumes, but the game doesn't seem to want to give them to me. I did 161 of these trials. I don't see a reason. I collected 39 Peach medallions. I got 43 of these things. They don't do anything, and they're hard to find, and it's like, you know what? So definitely some missed opportunities in free roam, but I'm glad that it's here. No other Mario Kart game has had this. And if this is the structure or format that they want to stay with going forward, I'd be happy with that. If the next Mario Kart game, if they do Mario Kart World 2, you know, and they are able to expand on free roam and give you more meaningful stuff to do, that would be great. If they can refine knockout mode so that, you know, you're not getting screwed over at the last second, that would be great. Maybe they could add 200cc at some point. Why not? So I really hope to see some content updates in the future. At this point, it's a very polished game. I don't think they need to do any more polishing or bug fixes. Oh, let's see if I can get into here. Yeah, so here's the thing. You can do that. When you see a UFO, you fly into the tractor beam, you go up into it, you fly it around. If there were things that could only be obtained or spots that you could only reach by doing this, it would be fun. It would be cool. That's not the case, you know? So, like, I can fly over here and I can go on top of this mountain, but there's nothing up here. Like, why am I doing this? I don't know. Yeah. So, and then you have a photo mode, in case you were wondering. Now, hang on. I want to go to the city, because that's a neat area. Just don't remember how to get there. Crown City. Yeah, I want to go here. So this is the bustling metropolis of Mario Kart World. Da-na-na-na-na. What song is that? Oh, from Mario 64. Yeah, that's what they play when you race the penguin down the chute, right? Down the ice chute. Yeah. So, yeah, and you get these nice scenic views when you get up real high. There's good draw distance and all that. Plenty of anti-aliasing. You know, like I said, just graphically impressive game, really shows off what Switch can do. So hopefully people will actually watch this video and get some enjoyment out of it. You know, I don't use a script or anything. It's all improvised, but it's a lot of stuff that's been bounced around in my head for a while, and I kind of have rehearsed it a little bit, I guess, in the mirror. So, yeah. Yeah, you got all the different Yoshis all over the place. You bounce off a Yoshi, you bounce off a Toad. You can grind on the railroad tracks if you want. So the game hasn't stopped being fun, I would say, you know. It's just that I've seen everything it has to offer, and yeah. I just pop it in every once in a while. Alright, so there we go. That's gonna be the end of the video. This is like an hour-long video. I'm not gonna do any editing, though. Everything's fine. I'm proud of it. It's fine. And you got this manual you can look at. Persist and you'll succeed. Yep. Fuck off, Nintendo. See how many you can find. For what purpose? How many could there be? I don't know. There's rumors of piles of coins out there just waiting to be collected. Well, they don't do anything. I can't buy anything with them. See, that would have been cool too if you could, like, you know, all the coins you collect, if you could spend them to buy things, you know? Like, what if there were costumes where it's like, okay, just pay 100 coins and it's yours, you know? So, all right. That's it. So thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next time. Just pay attention to the channel. Consider liking, subscribing, all that, you know? And maybe someday I'll be able to, I don't know, monetize the content. Who knows? That's the dream, right? Is to get 500 followers. But I appreciate everyone who has followed already, and, you know, it'd be nice if more people would watch the videos. So, all right. See ya.